If you're on food stamps, this is important. A new letter from the USDA is making its way to states, and it warns that millions of people could soon see their SNAP benefits reduced or even cut off. The letter tells state agencies to start putting new rules in place right away, and many families will feel the impact as soon as their next benefit cycle. My name is Wami, and for over 15 years, I've been helping people understand government programs like Social Security, food stamps, Medicare, and Medicaid. On this channel, I break down complicated policies so you can protect the benefits you depend on. If you're new here, welcome, and if you've been part of this community for a while, thank you for coming back. I'd love for you to write your city and state in the comments so I know where you're watching from. So what's happening? The USDA letter is tied to recent changes in the law that overhaul how food stamp eligibility is calculated. One of the biggest shifts has to do with energy assistance. Until now, if you received even a small amount of help paying for heating or cooling, sometimes as little as $20, it could boost your SNAP benefits by $75 to $150 a month. The idea was that anyone needing help with utilities probably needed help with food too. But under the new rules, that extra allowance is mostly being limited to seniors over 60 and people with disabilities. Parents, single adults, or younger families won't automatically qualify just because they get a small heating credit. They'll have to show high utility bills to get the same boost, and many won't meet the threshold. For example, think about James in Ohio. He's a 34-year-old single dad with 2 kids. Until now, a $25 heating grant bumped up his family's SNAP by about $110 each month. That extra cushion made sure there was food on the table. Under the new rules, James loses that bump. Nothing changed in his life, just the policy. And he's not alone. Across the country, families who counted on that allowance will see $50 to $150 disappear from their monthly food help. Another big change affects how third-party energy payments are treated. These are credits or assistance paid directly to landlords or utility companies. In the past, they often counted as part of your shelter costs, which could help raise your food benefit. Now, unless there's a senior or disabled member in the home, those payments don't help your calculation. Again, households with older adults or people with disabilities are mostly protected, but younger families lose out. Work requirements are also expanding. Previously, able-bodied adults between 18 and 54 had to work or volunteer to keep their SNAP. Now, that applies up to age 65. If you're in that group and don't have dependents, you'll need to work at least 20 hours a week, join a job training program, or volunteer to keep getting help. Seniors over 65 don't have to meet this rule, but people in their early 60s who aren't yet retired may suddenly find themselves asked to prove work hours. The financial impact of all this is serious. Analysts say the average loss will be about a week's worth of groceries each month. For households already stretched thin, that means cutting corners on food, skipping bills, or even risking eviction just to keep meals on the table. Children in families without elderly or disabled members may face the harshest squeeze, since many parents will no longer qualify for the automatic boost tied to utility aid. If you're a senior, there's a bit of good news. Most of you will keep your higher deductions, so your benefits should remain stable. But be aware of the new work rule. If you're under 65 and don't have dependents, you'll need to meet the 20-hour standard to avoid cuts. And for everyone, it's going to be more important than ever to stay on top of paperwork. Keep your income reports, household details, and utility bills up to date. Respond quickly if your caseworker asks for documents. Even small errors or delays could trigger a reduction or suspension. Some states are also looking more closely at how SNAP dollars are used. That means there could be more limits on buying sugary drinks or junk food, and stricter enforcement against selling or trading benefits. Be careful to use your EBT card properly, so you don't risk losing access altogether. The best thing you can do right now is prepare. If your situation has changed since your last renewal, update your case file before your next recertification date. Gather recent pay stubs, rent receipts, and utility statements so you're ready if the agency asks. And if you notice a sudden drop in your benefits, reach out to your local SNAP office right away. Don't wait, because the longer you leave it, the harder it can be to appeal. These changes will affect millions, and some cuts are already showing up on EBT cards this month. Share in the comments if you've seen a reduction, or if your caseworker has mentioned the new rules. The more stories we collect, the clearer the picture of how families are being affected. That's what I wanted to cover today. If you found this breakdown helpful, please hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on the bell so you don't miss updates on SNAP, Social Security, Medicare, and other programs that matter to you.